Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast, a show which focuses on sports right here in the city of Wynn. The Lynn MA Sportscast offers you, the viewer, with player and coach interviews, reports from the field, game highlights, and of course, the question of the week. We're your Sportscast hosts. I'm Sean Donahue.
I'm Leshawn Snow.
And I'm Caleb Reddick. And thanks for watching. Let's start with some news and info on the Lynn sports. English High School is looking for a freshman baseball coach. Those interested should contact the athletic director, Gary Millay, at 781-953-3090. Sean?
The Wyoma Little League is accepting registrations from ages 4 to 12 from this upcoming season on Thursday nights from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Renus Field Clubhouse on the second floor. Registration closes on March 7th at 12 a.m., but if you can't make it, you may register online at www.wyomalittleleague.com. LaShawn?
The Lynn Classical boys finish off the season victorious against the Salem Witches for the NEC's large title game held at the TD Garden Friday, February 15th. Eddie Solis scored 22 points. The Rams would defeat the Witches with a score of 62-61 thanks to a late baskets in the fourth quarter. The Rams' overall record is 14-8. Congrats to the Classical boys basketball team.
And the Lady Bulldogs basketball team defeated Masco 59-49 Sunday, February 16th at the Canigliaro Fieldhouse. Deandra Woom had another big game for the Bulldogs as she contributed a game-high 14 points. Sam Holy also contributed as she added 10 points, including 4 in the fourth quarter. They continue to win games with their undefeated record of 21-0. Sean?
The Lynn Jets tied Bedford at Connery Rink for their final game of the season this week. Trailing 3-2 with 1:29 left in the final period, it was Tony Yuva who would tie it up, making it 3-3. Although the result was a tie, the Jets are staying strong and ready for their MIAA D3 state tournament. Good luck, Jets. LaShawn?
The St. Mary's girls basketball team defeated Winthrop 62-46 in the Spartan Classic held at the Tony Canigliaro Gymnasium Monday, February 17th. Senior Sherelle Sanders made her mark in the game as she scored 22 points and added 12 steals and 10 assists. This win is the fourth year in a row that the Spartans have took home the Spartan Classic title. Congrats to the Lady Spartans. Guys, I think we're going to have a pretty good sports show for the viewers at home.
I agree.
Big show.
Now let's go to the Sideline Sportscast.
Welcome to the Sideline Sportscast as we highlight the Lady Bulldogs of Lynn English. We sent a crew down to Goodrich Street at the Paul F. Kavanaugh Fieldhouse to gain a little bit of an insight as to how these young champions do what they do so well. We take time to talk to the players and head coach Fred Hogan.
I'm a Lynn guy. I love Lynn athletes. I really do. I support the Lynn kids, whether they go to classical, Lynn English, Lynn Tech, or St. Mary's. But Lynn is a special place. Lynn has some great kids, hard workers, and it's just a great group of kids to coach.
What I love about basketball is that it's physical, it's active, playing with your teammates and just enjoying each other and having fun as a family together. I think that's what I love about basketball.
And I love the team chemistry we have.
We just get after it on defense, and defense makes offense. And that's what I love about playing basketball with this team.
Our kids are not just really prepared well on the basketball court, but they're also prepared real well in the classroom also. Good pleasure that we have is we have some real good student athletes this year, and a lot of girls that are going to be moving on to the next level in college.
My plans for the future is to play college basketball and get a good education and get a good degree in something.
In the fall, I'm going to be attending Franklin Pierce University on a full scholarship.
I want to go to a four-year college and major in criminal justice.
I'm not really sure what college yet. I'm still looking, but my first major would be nursing.
Catherine Stinson, she works on her game year-round, also on her academics, because with getting a scholarship and scoring 1,000 points, you have to do the schoolwork too. They all work year-round. Catherine and Deanna play for the Massachusetts Thundercats AAU program, and they also do training on Sundays to get themselves stronger and to the next level. Deirdre Newsom also plays AAU basketball, and she's been a special kid for us for 4 years. She just continues to get better every year. First is always family. I mean, Nothing is more than what they have at home and their families first. Second is school, which school and family is really right next to each other. And third is team. Everything is together. We just have to continue to keep getting better and believing that we can get better.
It's basically hard work and dedication. We want to work hard for everything, and we don't want to give up. And we need to have mental toughness, because if we break down, anything can happen.
Well, on the court, I try to be as physical as I can. I don't want to get to the point where I want to hurt any of my teammates, but I have to work hard because, like, dedication, even off the court, I work out. I go to the YMCA. I try to keep in shape even when we have days off. I just try to be active in every single aspect, every single way that I can.
Words of wisdom: if you want to play a varsity sport, have mental toughness, because that's what's going to get you through your years of high school.
We prepare and we work really hard at practice. We work real hard on our man-to-man defense, and we're working really hard on our zone defense too. So we prepared ourselves well for the state tournament this year, and our last 3 games are going to say a lot about our team.
Well, our biggest team goal is to win a state championship, and we've achieved 3 of our team goals already by winning the Bovarini, the NEC champs, and we're planning on achieving another goal tomorrow and Monday with the Spartan Classic.
Hello, and I'm Caleb Reddick, and this is the Reddick Report. Let's just dive into it. Today, from the Lynn Classical High School swim team, I have Simon Kazimierczyk. Thanks for being on the show today, Simon.
Hello, Caleb. Thank you for having me.
Simon, swimming.
Yep.
What do you do on the swim team?
I swim the 200 medley relay, 100 backstroke, the 100 freestyle, the 400 freestyle relay, and at times the 100 butterfly.
And I don't know what any of that stuff is. So let's get into it. The 100 backstroke.
Well, simply to put it, it's 2 times back and forth down the pool on your back, swimming the backstroke.
So it's down and back twice, and the length of the pool is 25?
Yes, the length of the pool is 25 yards.
And then the 100 freestyle.
Same amount of distance, just the freestyle.
And then the 400 freestyle relay?
The 400-yard freestyle is composed of 4 swimmers, and we each swim 100 yards and to see who's the best.
And the 200 medley relay?
The 200 medley relay is composed of 4 swimmers. They all swim the 50 yards of the pool. It is in the order of back, breast, fly, and free, and as well, it's a relay.
And then the 100 butterfly?
100 butterfly is pretty self-explanatory. It's 2 times back and forth down the pool, swimming the butterfly stroke.
Is that one of the more difficult strokes to do?
Yeah, it's the dreaded one. A lot of people dread that when they hear that they have to swim it, but I enjoy it, and I feel like Michael Phelps when I swim that.
And you guys had a great season this year. I'd like to congratulate you with the season this year. You guys repeated the NEC boys meet, and you repeated the Lynn City meet for 2014. Tell us about the NEC boys meet. What is the boys meet compared to the city meet?
Well, it's the gathering of the whole NEC conference. The boys, the girls, and the whole team is counted for. But this season was great for the boys. We swam and we got first place in the overall for the boys. The girls had much better of a season this season than last season because they came in 8th or I think last. But overall, it was great. Overall, the whole team came in 3rd in the whole conference for that meet, which is a great improvement from 6th place last year overall to 3rd this year. I think that it was great.
How did you guys improve from last year?
Well, I think it all just had to do with the determination. Since really good seniors left us last year, then
so you guys really had to step it up this year?
Oh, yeah, we really had to. We lost very key points in the swimming. Because of the freshman class, I think that it was good to get this many freshmen because once my class leaves, we'll have much more swimmers to swim then and take place for us.
Like I said in the beginning, Simon, we only have so much time. I'd like to congratulate you on the boys meet, the city meet, and on your 2014 All-Star Award. Thanks for coming on, Simon.
Thank
You're
you
a
for
great
having me.
guest. I'd love to have you on again.
Thanks, Caleb. And today we're here with Roberto Brown. So, Roberto Brown, you do track. So, tell me why you do track.
Freshman year, I did it to stay in shape for football. But now that I'm in my senior year and I'm not playing, and I'm not going to be playing football for Tech next year, I'm doing it purely for the love of the sport.
Wow, that's really good. Tell me, what events do you do at the track?
All 4 years that I've done track, I've done the shot put. But any other events that I've done other than that are to make up for someone who isn't there or to get points that we need to win track meets.
Oh, so you were talking about points. So tell me, how is everything scored and everything, and how does like a team win?
Well, the way it works is every event has a top 3. If you're in first place in that event, you get 5 points towards your team. If you go in second place, you get 3 points, and if you're in third place, you get 1. So if we have nobody in an event, we need somebody to fill in so that we could get potential points.
Wow, that's a really complicated way of how to score things. So tell me, I heard that you said you go and do other people's events. So tell me, how do you train for their events and how do you train for your own event?
Well, for the shot put, which is my main event, I always throw the shot put at least 3 times during each practice. In order to practice for the other events, I'll do maybe 1 throw with the javelin, maybe 1 throw with the discus, try the triple jump, the long jump. I even tried the high jump once. But for the running events, all I do is I run the mile with the mile runners.
Wow, so you're very athletic. So let's get a little bit off topic. So what other sports do you do other than track?
I do indoor track and I play football.
Wow, that's very good. So tell me, what shop do you do? Because we know you're at Lynn Tech and everything, and it's a tech school, so you have shops. So tell me about it.
The shop I'm in is electrical. I'm also on co-op in electrical.
Tell me about what are your plans to do after high school?
After high school, I plan on going to college to take electrical engineering, and if I can, I'd love to play football in college.
Oh, well, that's great. That's really good. Now, tell me, what would you tell other kids that are looking to do track or football or any other sport? What advice would you give them?
Well, first, if you're going to pick up the sport, make sure you love the sport, because if you have to play the sport, you have to take the commitment that comes with it. The long practices, maybe the weekend practices, the hard games, the hard meets. You're going to be tired most of the time. So you have to make sure you love the sport or it's just going to be torture for you.
Oh, wow, that sounds very inspirational. Tell me about some names that we're going to hear over and over again about this year with track.
Track, I think Justin Lewis is going to do very good in the high jump. He did very good last year too. And he's our main man for that event. He's also very good at the hurdles. One of our good mile runners is Dalvin, because last year he almost qualified. That was amazing. And I hope to qualify for the shot put if I can.
Wow, that's really good. I hope we have really good time, and yeah. So tell me, so how's the coaching staff? Tell me about the coaches.
The coaches are amazing. They'll run you to death, but they'll still have fun with you. Like, even if you're gonna hate them when they run you, you can talk to them outside of track or outside of school like they're any other person. They're not above you. They're the one teaching you.
Wow, that's some good stuff to hear. Thanks, Roberto Brown, for coming on the show.
No problem.
I'm LaShawn, and now to the Coach's Corner with Sean.
Thanks, LaShawn, and welcome to the Coach's Corner. Here with me now, Lynn sports personality John Hoffman. John, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, John, a lot of people know about you. You go to all the games. A lot of these kids who are in high school now, you saw them play through Pop Warner, Little League, Babe Ruth, all that stuff. And even you've even seen a lot of kids play in college as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about your history as we go on. But let's talk sports right now. Basketball has always been the great sport in wintertime in Lynn. We've got a lot of teams that are doing very well, and we've got even individual players who are hitting milestones milestones left and right around Lynn. Tell us what you think about what we've been seeing on the court this year.
Well, the most important part of the season is right now the state tournament, and Lynn, as usual, we have 11 teams that could qualify. We had 9 qualify, 6 basketball, 3 hockey. And, of course, you've got Lynn English setting records all over the place. They won the Christmas Bovary tournament. They won the Spartan Classic. They went undefeated through the conference. And they just had 3 outstanding basketball games to get them ready for the tournament. And that allowed them to be the first team in the city of Lynn to go 22-0. Basically, teams weren't playing 22 games for many years, but now they do. 22-0 is a tremendous accomplishment for Freddie Hogan and his girls, and a great way for the 4 seniors who have been sort of the base of that team for 4 years and have won over 80 games.
Yeah.
That team, that's been tremendous to watch, along with the triumvirate from St. Mary's, who went down to Florida and won a tournament, and they just won their Spartan Classic, and they won the Catholic Central League outright for the first time ever, and now they're getting ready for the state tournament as well, and both teams have very good shots, along with some of the boys' teams.
Absolutely. It's obvious to see the improvement in basketball, especially the fact that it's so widespread right now. We've got a lot of talented ladies. You had mentioned a lot about these kids hitting their milestone of 1,000 points, so it's amazing to watch. I mean, the fact to have all this stuff going on at the same time, it's a special thing to Lynn, and I hope people and the students and the faculty, they all recognize that. Now, also in other basketball news, Coach Avery had retired. A lot of people have been talking about this, but you had mentioned to me that it's a loss to the team.
It's a tremendous loss. Marvin was not, Marvin won a state tournament in 2002. He owned the vocational state championship. I think he won the first 11 or 12 in a row. But over and above the job he did as a coach, he was responsible for a lot of kids going the right way. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
And I agree. It's definitely a tremendous loss. That's one of the responsibilities not a lot of people assume when they go into coaching, is, you have to lead the example for the kids.
Well, a lot of people think it's just X's and O's.
Right, and it's not. It's talking with the players, learning about them, becoming familiar with their families, knowing what's going on in their lives, in school, off the field, on the field. So now let's talk a little bit about your history. Whether or not the people at home know this, John Hoffman's been doing Sports Weekly. He's been a sports personality in Lynn for 30 years. When it comes to public access, generating television programming, it's hard because there's a lot of pre-production. The hour-long or the 30 minutes long that you have on TV isn't really indicative of the 10, maybe 12, 15 hours of work that you put in before. I'm realizing the workload right now in trying to do this show. So let's talk a little bit about your history. Lynn must be a special place to you.
It has been. Lynn's been my entire life. It's funny. Some people know the story, some people don't. The reason I get into this, my father was a public address announcer for the Red Sox, the Braves, the Bruins, the Celtics, anything at Boston Garden, Old Brace Field, Fenway Park, boxing, wrestling, my father did, and I used to chase him all over the park. So my wife knew I was deeply involved in sports from the time I started to walk. So one night I came home from work and she said, they want you at Manning Bowl Friday night to do the Classical Saugus football game.
And what year was this?
30 years ago.
Okay.
And I said, what are you talking about? She said, there was an ad on TV. If you'd like to do play-by-play or color or camera, call this number. So I called and gave him your name. And that's how this whole thing started.
Nice.
I went and did the game, and I thought that was it. I did the game, and I can now go back and say, I did something nobody else did. I televised the football game on TV, and I was very happy. And I told her I don't think I embarrassed myself. And I went back, and they kept calling me back. And eventually I was color then I became the play-by-play guy. And I've been doing it ever since. And I do the Everett football games for 16 years as well. So it's been a wild, wonderful ride, and I hope Dad's proud.
Yeah, I mean, If I was your dad, I'd be proud. I know I'm not. But, John, I mean, the amount of work that you've put in, the hours, I mean, it's a part-time job, and there's not a lot of glory for it in public access. So, I want to thank you on behalf of my network for doing what you've done and paving the road and making, Sportscast even a possible program. I think a lot of people don't realize that public access is a tool available to everybody in a community, and your story is great to kind of highlight that. So definitely thank you for everything that you've done. Now, just to clear it up, John Hoffman's retired. He's still doing play-by-play, so in the game of the week, you'll hear his voice. But you also have a show coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I didn't really retire as most people think I did. I gave up Sports Weekly. I'm very happy you picked it up because it's a necessary tool. I'm glad that people still have access to high school sports through your work. You're doing a terrific job, you and your crew.
Thank you.
But it just got to the point. I'm getting old. I'm sliding down the other side of the mountain now, and I had to slow down a bit. And that was one thing I had to give up. I still do all of the games and around all the kids, but the other show we do, it's our 6th year, and George Marcos is a big part of it down at Brothers Deli. He came to me 6 years ago and said he was a little bit upset about the kids getting the negative, all the kids doing the negative stuff.
Right.
We're getting most of the publicity, the drugs, the guns, the knives, the fights. And he said, that's a small minority, and we meant that numbers-wise,
right?
Not people-wise.
Because there are a lot of kids in Lynn trying to do good things.
Absolutely, and I found that out, and it's absolutely amazing. And I said, my time is really strained. I don't know if I can do something, but you can't say no to George Marcos.
No.
So
especially if he's feeding you.
Right. So we did it, and what we do is we go through the 4 high schools a couple of times. We have a group from St. Pius. They've gone to Detroit and New Jersey and Worcester when they had trouble in the city to help rebuild their cities. We've had the ROTC group on. We've had the band group on. We've had people from the Girls Inc. on. And we bring them in and we talk about, they're a representative. And I always say, we put the spotlight on these kids. And we're just touching the surface because there's a whole lot of kids doing this.
Right.
But the kids that come in, we have 5 or 6 kids in the show that represent the entire school. And they're doing things like Walk for Hunger and blood drives and going to my brother's table and going to nursing homes and helping any way they possibly can. Toys for Tots in school. And there was a couple of people that had homes burned down that were members of the school. They went to bat for them and had drives and raised money and clothes and stuff for the kids that had the problems.
It's important, like you said, those kids who are getting in trouble are definitely a minority. Lynn's stock full of great talent, and it's definitely worth the effort to highlight. So the Spotlight is a show. You guys can check it out on LETV and LynnCAM TV. John Hoffman, Lynn Sports personality, thanks for being here, John. Let's go to our question of the week. Tweet your answers to our Twitter handle, @LynnSportscast, for your chance to win a free pizza from Tony Lena's on Boston Street. Last week's question, Brazil holds the record for most World Cup titles and games. Who holds the record for most World Cup goals, and what team did he do it with? The answer was Ronaldo with Brazil. Nobody answered it. I guess I might be making these questions a little bit too tough, but let's go on to this week's question. Usain Bolt set the world record for the 200-meter in 2009 with a performance of 19.19 seconds. Who holds the 400-meter record? Again, who holds the 400-meter record, and what year did he do it in? Again, tweet your answers to our Twitter handle @LynnSportscast for your chance to win a free pizza from Tony Lena's. Let's go to the game of the week as the Lynn Jets take on the Swampscott Big Blue.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Connery Rink for Northeastern Conference Hockey. The Lynn Jets in first place in the South Division, taking on Swampscott. The Jets are flying high. They're 7-2-1. Ryan McDonald is on a tear and a half. The last 2 games, he's got 9 points. Swampscott walking right in. Stafford had to make 2 saves. Eric Brazil kept it in as the Jets are changing up quickly. Brazil hustling, walking in. Trent Gallagher, the goaltender, got a piece of it. Pad saved by Stafford. Off the boards. Looking for McDonald breaking. Wyowajik walking in. Just missed the far corner. Johnson coming back the other way. Stafford makes the save with the glove and holds on as Custer was bearing down on him on the line. Broken up and with the poke check. And tipped in the zone. Here comes Brazel. Walking in, has it, shoots it. Gallagher makes the save. Good bid by Mark Brazel. Lead pass for Craig. Gets bumped off the play by Peterson. Brazel lost it. Oh, a very good carried into the penalty box by Brazel. Wally's going down. Knocks it over the line. Hugo with the shot, winds up. Stick save by Gallagher, and a nice one. Skated out by Cosmos. Brazel and Johnson battling. Starting it back, 3-on-2 for Swampscott. Broken up. Score the shot. Louis Olivieri got it. It looked like Stafford was going to have it. It just trickled through his pads. And Swampscott gets the goal. 6:01 left in the second period. Tipped out. And now a break. Brazel lost it. He got ridden off the play by Hunt. Nice defense by Hunt. They head to McDonald. Trying to walk in. Gets away from Hunt. Bouncing puck. Brazel shot. Score! Outside and get a good hard shot on it. Nice bid by Yuba and Amica and a very nice save. Costa winds up with it. Walking in. Stafford had to make the save. And then they go after. Cresta took a shot at the goaltender, and Brazel went after Cresta. Donnelly took a run at Wyowajik, and then he reached under his stick and took him down. That'll do it. Dead even at the end of two periods. The Jets won, Swampscott won. Score! The Jets come out and score! Amico walking in, walks around. Big save by Gallagher. Went to the backhander. Slap shot by Hunt, and Stafford made the big stick save. Cresta shot blocked by Finnegan. Stafford with a big time save, and they clear the puck. The Jets kill off the penalty. Wyowajik trying to stuff it home. Gallagher made a big time save. Just keeps it in the zone. Yuba scores! Finnegan got him the puck, and Yuba knocked it home. Johnson broken up, nice checking by Brazel. Short pad save, Gallagher. Hunt knocked it away. McDonald blocked out in front. Brazel shot. Score! He just got it between the pad and the post of Brazel. Olivieri got a hit and a half by Rostani. Yuba. What a great save by Gallagher. The horn sounds, and that'll do it. They're out to congratulate Jack Stafford, who played great in net. And the Jets win another one.
Well, gentlemen, that's our show for today. I had a great time today.
Yeah, I did
Can't
too.
wait for next week.
Absolutely, and we're hoping that you at home feel the same way. If you have a sports story or just want to give us some feedback, you can visit us at www.LynnCAMTV.com/shows/Lynn MA Sportscast, or on YouTube and on Twitter at Lynn Sportscast. We want to say thank you to all of our guests who are here today. That's it for this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast from the station here at LynnCAM TV. We're your hosts. I'm Sean Donahue.
And I'm Leshawn Snow.
And I'm Caleb Reddick.
Wishing you all the best.